That'd be dope.
What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Normal Guys Talk Sports. I am Mad Guy Cameras, and across there to my far right is...
You can find me, my grandmother named me King over the Third, and we have a special guest today. He goes by the name of Ghost Town.
Ghost!
Thank you.
Ghost, tell me a little bit about yourself as I go grab my phone.
I'm one of Never Satisfied official DJs.
Triple OG the studio. We've been through some battles with Ghosts. Done some shows. Been around places with Ghosts.
Ghost got some
Ghost
accolades.
spent a lot of man hours in this studio. A lot of man hours.
Tell them a little bit about, I know you do a little bit more than DJing as well. You kind of break it down to the people.
I'm also a producer for a lot of maybe some of your favorite artists from PA, Delaware, the whole tri-state area. Been out of Texas for about 10 years. I love it out here though. So, go Eagles, definitely.
Oh, we gonna touch on them Eagles.
We're gonna touch on all the above. We'll get to everything.
We're gonna touch on them Eagles. So, Ed.
What's up? We talking all the cash today. What's up?
So, what day was it Was it Saturday?
Saturday. Today is Tuesday,
when the Astros
November 8th.
won.
Oh, great question.
World
We get into it. Congratulations to the Houston Astros for winning the World Series in the year of 2022. Oh, they beat the homies. They beat the Phillies. Yeah, show it.
Are you a Phillies fan?
I would no. Show him, bro. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty official.
So how'd that feel?
Who's some big names at home that on the Phillies, on the Astros? We gotta get some names.
I definitely would say though, after they shut us out, my hope started to tank. So it wasn't too much of a surprise by the time we lost. But hey, man, you win some, you lose some.
Well, shit.
Shout out to the Phillies for making the World Series.
I'm about to say, at least y'all made it to the World Series.
Man, to the World
You know what I'm
Series,
saying?
man. To the
I'm
World
an old
Series.
fan. We ain't made it to the World Series since I was about not born.
Some teams they ain't even,
But shout out to them.
And Dusty Baker, former manager of the San Francisco Giants, and during the Barry Bonds days, and he's been around a long time. And he got that done. Mr. Dusty Baker, he's been around a long time.
Shout out to Dusty Baker.
Yeah.
So let's hop into this NBA, Ed.
All right, we are going to NBA. Are we going on the off the court? Then we're going to talk about on the court.
Let's go off the court for
we're going
1
off
second.
The court. Let's start off the court. Here we go.
So
what are we talking about?
We talking about Kyrie Irving. This Kyrie Irving situation.
Here we go.
So Kyrie Irving.
Shout out to Kyrie Irving. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to everyone that's paying attention to what's going on with him.
I'm gonna propose the question to you first. Do you feel like this situation is fair?
Oh, of course not. What kind of question is that? Of course, I mean, shoot. I mean, like I said, respectfully, I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Love everybody. Let's get that out the way. But what he did may seem offensive to certain people, but let's focus on the bigger picture. He was promoting a platform that he isn't making money off of. He doesn't own the platform. He doesn't get money off that film. And the Amazon and Jeff Bezos is, I feel, one of those. Whatever, I'll get to that later. But where's the outrage to him? The second, third, fourth richest MFer in the world. His wife is the richest woman in the world. His ex-wife. And you can't
cancel somebody like that. Though.
I think they could do more for the people. They could do more for their employees. They could do more for the people that support them. And he's going to space and what, man. Like again, Kyrie, I think caught a lot. And then but if you're going to put Kyrie in there like that, I think Mr. Bezos should be involved. As his name should be in the same conversation, in the same breath. Because it's his platform, he's profiting.
Ghost, what do you think?
That's I believe when he reposted it, it was maybe the link to Amazon. I don't know. I believe it. It wasn't just the movie, but it was also like, oh, on Amazon. It's from, I think it's maybe streaming on, I don't know, streaming on Amazon. You buy it on Amazon.
It's streaming on places, and I believe at some places it's showing. But I'm gonna bring that. I have a point to make later. But I like to get Ghost's opinion on it.
you know, that's, I feel.
But I have a big point to make.
Please do. Yeah, of course.
I really think like when he doubled down, on it, and they asked him, and he could have just said yes or no, and he said, "How can I be anti-Semitic?" So I think
I have one of my favorite things to do nowadays, being a proud millennial. I have quote of the day from Gen Zs, right? And let's say at the workplace, you know, I work around the Gen Z. Shout to him, respect to him, and we're just talking basketball. Of course, he's about, you know, generation behind me. It's, you know, at least 10 years younger than me, and we're just talking about Kyrie. You know what he said? Respectfully, he said he didn't even know what that word meant. I said, I said he didn't even know what that word meant. I said, what?
I haven't heard that word so much until this whole situation, honestly.
All right, so here's the point I wanted to make.
I like it's strong to call people. You gonna call me respect to respect. Like if you call me my name before you call me out my name. You call me out my name, and I gotta Google it. And I gotta look it up in the dictionary, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I feel like if his actions or quotes or whatever, like, he's done a lot for the people, but they don't highlight the things he's done. He's donated a lot of money to the WNBA. He's done all kind of stuff. Didn't he buy George Floyd's family's house? Didn't he do something like that? Something like that. He's done a lot of great things. So that's, you know, he's not the worst person in the world. You know, and you know, good old Hall of Famer, Mr. Brett Favre, took 5 to 8. You know, him and other people from the state of Mississippi, one of the poorest. They're like 45th top, if that, on education and whatever. And he built a whole good old school for his daughter on the taxpayer's dime. And you know what I mean. And we don't talk about that at all. So we talk about Kyrie and his Instagram. Good night.
So
good night. You know what I'm saying?
Your whole crew, Ed, Charles, Shaq, all of them, they threw him under the bus.
Hey, but who signed the paycheck? Who signed the paycheck? Who signed the paycheck? Who signed the paycheck? Don't offend your boss or whatever. Who pays you, bro? Who pays you, bro? Like, and that's what it comes down to. Who pays you?
But here's the crazy thing. Shaq owns a movie theater in New Jersey.
Okay, you saying it. Okay, say it.
Is airing the movie that he retweeted.
I seen that. I'm glad. I appreciate that you seen that. And
so the hypocrisy in the whole situation. You gotta. Dang, we're going. Dang it. You gotta play good for them boys. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show face for them boys.
Mr. Matt, Mr. Mr. A10.
You have to play chess. I mean.
Oh man, you said that.
He said what he said when they.
You said that.
No, that's the way to play the chess game. So I don't think he would have got as much blowback if he would have said no. I'm not.
I don't necessarily align with, you know, whatever the movie is talking about myself, but I will say
I prefer we don't say it so we don't piss off people. Right?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is
right.
I think where does
y'all
the
know
line
what I'm
get
talking
drawn?
about. Just look up. Look it up.
Where does the line get drawn where it's free speech versus
Great question.
You know,
great question.
Being disrespectful to one's culture. Where does that line lie?
Very quick, because I feel, you know, again, true discrimination is holding people like back. And Charles Barkley used to say that when it came to the old Clippers owner. He would talk about him and all his stuff, and that's what he's like, that's discrimination. That's, you know what I mean? And then you know, same thing, you know, that's or like hate crimes or actually hurting people. And we're just talking words, and we say it with respect all across the board. Respect to everyone. I got love to everybody. Like I said, I got love for everybody in the world. You know what I'm saying? Why limit ourselves and be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give, you got to give respect to get respect. And who are we to look down or disrespect people just because they're different from us? There we come on, man.
Last question.
Peace and
on
love
this.
to all, man. Peace and love to all.
Do you feel like the Kyrie situation is more serious than what Colin Kaepernick was doing?
Oh, I'll start with it. Depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask. Okay, I mean that's a vague.
I'd make an argument.
Short answer.
I'd make an argument that what Colin Kaepernick did was more of a disruption than what Kyrie Irving has done.
And I say that because
Maybe. Hey, guess what? When it came real quick, being military, former military, and being avid fan of NFL, but it's just like they didn't always do. Look this up. They didn't always do the anthem at the beginning of the games. They started out like in the 90s or something like that. They didn't always do that, and it's again, follow the money. There's a lot of sponsorships, partners. We got our fair share over here at Normal Guys Talk Sports, but the NFL got everything across the board is their sponsors and their partners, and one of them has been the military, and there's commercials and partnerships and a lot of good, and they do a lot of great things for the people, of course, but. Again, that wasn't always a thing. It's a commercialized thing. And now you're holding Mr. Kaepernick, against that. But I feel he wasn't looking to disrespect no one, but only bring awareness to issues that are out there.
So, Drunk has chimed in. Shout out to Drunk. He says, I'm riding with Kyrie. F the NBA. He also says,
he requested a trade. Hey, he might, if he get traded, that would break the internet. Somebody gonna put it because he going through what the Brooklyn Nets is telling him, not what the NBA is telling. That's two different things. Just like earlier when it came to the Celtics and the coach in the NBA, it's two different things. The Nets is telling to do this. I think like I said, they're not only, even Shannon Sharp said, they're not looking. An apology is not enough. They're looking to humiliate him. And as men, why do we look to humiliate other men? That's gay. That's gay. That's gay. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
When you asked the question, I think Colin's.
All respect and love to all men of all across the board, straight and gay. No disrespect, but why we hate on other men? Shit.
But Colin was more of a disruption because Colin was more of a movement. We were behind him.
Right.
Kyrie is like there's people more against him, so they're with the people who Kyrie's going against, really.
So Drunk also says freedom of speech is an illusion because if you say something that people don't like, your pockets will get tapped.
Correct. And again, who signs your check? Who owns the bank? You know what I'm saying? What? You don't make the wrong people mad, bro. This is the way of the world, man. Sorry. Sorry.
Wherever that chess piece lies on the table.
So last thing I want to touch on with this Kyrie situation. Where does this leave Kyrie's career? Is it over? Retirement in the future?
I hope not. I hope not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure he's done with the Brooklyn Nets.
He's
if
only
he's
30.
done with the Brooklyn Nets. Then trade him and be done. Then be done with it. There's 29 other owners.
I think it's
there's
past
25 other. It's a lot.
It's an NBA thing now. I think it's past the Nets.
The Nets say you got to do 5-6 things, and this and that and the third.
That's coming from up top.
Show is Mr. Silver. Yeah, it is coming from Mr. Silver. It is probably coming from Mr. Silver.
Don't say I said it. Y'all said it.
Well, great point. Great point.
It's an NBA thing now.
Like I said, I hope I didn't offend anyone earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. I feel we can get our points across with love and respect. We shouldn't have to. Again, we look to be positive as possible here on Normal Guys Talk Sports, and I just negativity. I don't believe in kicking a man when he's down. When he's already down, he's down. Everyone's, people go through things. He's down. If any mistake, you made a mistake. If you apologize, you apologize. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking to offend anybody, but again, I don't see necessary to humiliate another man and I was adding on to a point of again, Mr. Shannon Sharp, one of the main people I watch on TV and look to want to be like when I grow up and getting paid millions of dollars a year with Matt talking shit. So you know what I mean? But you know, he said again, humiliating another man, I feel is taken too far. You know what I mean? And that's the point. Agree or disagree, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, not everyone's going to be happy. Not everyone's going to be happy. There's 8 billion people in the world. Not everyone's going to be happy. There's been country wars forever. You know what I'm saying? Longer than we've been a country. We've been a country 400 something years. There's been wars going on for thousands of years, and that's just how it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's what we talking on, and that's the bigger picture. There's been stuff going on for thousands of years, and you know, and us, we're blessed to be in America and out the way.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Out the way of real deal stuff that military go through all through the world.
I think it's a little excessive what they're doing. Like I think it's
And I feel a lot again. And but people, and again, I appreciate people like Shannon Sharp, even though maybe not agree with his message and what he said and how he said it, but at least he say, hey, like, okay, he apologized. Let's not humiliate the man and get him. You know what I mean? Like,
because I mean, even to turn heads, like a lot of stuff we were taught in the school books as growing up. Not everything in them books is true.
oh, 1,000%,
I mean,
1,000%,
are they wrong for
1,000%.
promoting that to us?
Yeah, that's yeah, for sure.
depends on how you look at
we
it.
do, we know what they tell us. You know what I mean? There's been remixed versions throughout the years for sure.
Thanks.
In the history books, for sure. And maybe, yeah, for sure. I don't want to get too deep, but yeah, no doubt, bro.
So we can move on. We had
NBA, shout out to
another good week in the NBA.
Shout out to everyone. Hope everyone is blessed.
You know, some
Love,
surprise
peace
teams
and
is
love to
losers.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Mhm.
That's where we at with it.
Some teams is taking mad L's.
Mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got a couple
Mad
surprise
L's.
teams this week. You know what I'm saying?
For the record, I did state that before I come on the podcast, the Lakers will be 2-10. They 2-8 right now, but
You pretty close.
I'm pretty close.
Is it? They down bad right now. They down bad right now. We trying to figure it out. You know, but it looks like they just don't have a team this year. You know.
Yeah,
So who gets traded? What we have early predictions and how the Lakers play out.
LeBron going back to Cleveland.
I was about to say you got two.
I get jiggy with that. I can get jiggy with that.
You got two guys on the bench, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and you got the guy who thought you was going to trade on
I
the
think
person on the floor
Westbrook,
right
you know, Westbrook being a 6-man candidate is he's being productive. You know what I mean? It's a step in the right direction. He's being productive. Are they gelling or not? Again, does he still get traded or not? I feel there's some locations
It's too
that
late.
Westbrook. I just seen a report. They said they traded Anthony Davis before Westbrook.
now.
But you know what I was saying? I was just telling
He's
Ghost
injury prone.
earlier. You got to field all offers if you're going to do it or not. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers.
what kind of deal you think they'll get if they traded Anthony Davis and
You-
Westbrook?
And Westbrook, I can feel they can land somebody.
You
I
got
think
to-
they can land. I think it's Kyrie if they want him. Kyrie if they want him, but
they gonna
I
stay
don't
with
know.
that
I don't,
controversy
LeBron, yeah.
And I definitely, if I was Kyrie, I wouldn't go over there with LeBron right now.
There's too much going on. Yeah, because it'd be another Brooklyn.
That's
if you
about what
will.
LeBron said.
No, but they said a team that would be a potential play or that would trade for him is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trade him for D'Angelo Russell in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, man.
D'Angelo
That'd be a
Russell's
decent
making
trade.
big money, and he used to be in Brooklyn.
That'd be a decent trade.
That'd be a decent trade on both sides.
Drunk has chimed in and said,
What's up?
Banchero is an absolute monster.
Is that
Man, he's a problem.
Yeah, it's Pablo. Yeah, Pablo. Yeah, or in Orlando, he is
Yeah.
the leading rookie in the standings. We'll get to we'll get to.
Hey, quickly.
We're gonna go schedule, then we're gonna go standings. Here we go. Yesterday we had all 15 games. We had all 15. We had all 30 teams play. 15 games, and they started 15 minutes apart. Is it 15 or 30? Because today, we'll get to that later, but today, Tuesday, November 8th is election day. So hence why, and the NBA was pushing that narrative a little bit on awareness on election day. So that's why they had all their teams
Go
play
vote.
yesterday. Yeah, go vote. Go vote.
Go
Go vote. Go vote. So we're going. Yes, like I said, we're going yesterday's scores.
Also, if you're on right now, please like the stream, and if you like
come on, man.
if you like to chime in, we will bring your comments up on the
You
screen.
gotta do
I see all these people in here. What's going on, y'all? Drop a comment.
Yeah, do that.
Leave a like. Come chat it up with us.
So on Monday, November 7th, all there we go. I got you all 2 seconds. Got y'all 2 seconds. Here we go.
Kings lost.
Kings lost last night. Who'd they lose to? Who'd they lose to?
Well, hey, trust me, that's
good game.
That's gonna get a good 5-10 minutes of my life.
It was a good game.
Right here. Okay. On Monday, November 7th, we had all 30 teams play, so it's 15 games. We had Washington at Charlotte. Washington 108, Charlotte 100. Kyle Kuzma with the high points of 20. We had Houston at Orlando. Houston with the W, 134 against Orlando's 127. Leading man on Houston, Filipino cousin Jalen Green, and Pablo with 30 points off Orlando. Yeah, shout out to Pablo, leading rookie this year. Yes, he is. Okay, we had Oklahoma City at Detroit. Detroit with a W,
Pablo.
112 to Oklahoma's 103. We had New Orleans at Indiana. Indiana with the W, 129 to New Orleans 122. With Miles Turner, the high man of 37 points. He's looking to politic himself to Los Angeles.
Everybody is.
Yes, we have Phoenix at Philadelphia. Philadelphia with the W, 188. We had Embiid with 33 points. We have Milwaukee at Atlanta. Atlanta 117 to Milwaukee's 98. We have Portland at Miami. Portland with the W, 110 to 107. We have Toronto at Chicago. Chicago with the W, 111 to 97. High man, 30 points for Zach LaVine. Boston at Memphis. We had Boston with the win, 109 to Memphis' 106 with Jason Tatum's 39 points and John Morant's 30 points. New York at Minnesota. We have New York Knicks, 120 to Minnesota's 107. Julius Randle still on the Knicks, 31 points. We have Denver at San Antonio. Denver with 115. San Antonio's 109. Two-time MVP Joker with 26 points. We have Brooklyn at Dallas. That was here. Like I said, this was yesterday. I thought about it.
What's up, Dallas? I'm actually riding with the Mavs this year. I want to cut in for a second. Drunk said, "Bro, I had high hopes for the Kings this season."
Hey, of course I'm gonna talk about of course I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna catch y'all up. No need to hit the panic button.
Oh, man.
10th seed or bust.
10th seed.
10th seed or bust. 16 will not be 17. We already manifested them in the playoffs. We going. So we had Brooklyn at Dallas. Dallas 96, Brooklyn 94. Luka with 36 points. Kevin Durant 26. Playing without Kyrie Irving. Like I said, I did look at tickets to this game. It's one of the more expensive games on the seat. Here in Dallas. You're gonna be Brooklyn's gonna be expensive. The Lakers are gonna be expensive.
Luka's a problem.
Luka is the man. He the only white guy I want to see killing the room.
Seen it. All right, so
go ahead and read that score. That next score.
What's the next score?
Go ahead and read that next score. I'm looking right now.
So I watched the game. Y'all, we can pull
Man,
up the highlights.
it's probably hard for him to get this out of his mouth, man.
Highlights. We have the Sacramento Kings visiting the Golden State Warriors. Golden State 116 to Sacramento's 113. We had Steph Curry with 47 points and De'Aaron Fox with 28 points. The Kings were leading. Give me okay.
No, that's what you about to answer. Go for it. Go for it.
I got it.
Talk about it.
The Kings was leading majority of the game. About 90 seconds left. They was giving the ball to Steph. Of course, he had 47 points.
Jesus.
Towards the end. So the Warriors were in the penalty first, so they committed 5 team fouls to the Sacramento's 2. So the fans at home committing a team foul. That means no matter what type of foul you commit, shooting or personal, you're already shooting free throws. So Sacramento had that advantage there. So Sacramento's up. I believe one of the refs might have had money on the game. And everyone loves Steph Curry, and the Warriors took a few L's in this past week, and it's in Golden State. and and everyone just loves to hate on the Kings. So they trap Steph Curry, triple team this fool. Look it up. They triple team this fool. Don't touch this fool. They call the foul on us, of course, and then we're down by 3. You give it to Kayvon. He's leading the league in field goal percentage and 3-point field goal makes and 3-point field goal percentage. Kevin Huerter off the Sacramento Kings, a starting shooting guard. We got him in a trade from the Atlanta Hawks last year. He give him the ball. We're down by 3. Couple seconds left. They give him the ball. Washed up Klay Thompson's guarding him. He had his hand on his back and then touched him 2-3 times. Touched him 2-3 times. And didn't call the foul. And Mr. Kevin Huerter, he went to his Twitter and complained. He did. And he's normally composed. Normally, you're not going to see him act out or whatever. But he was highly upset at the ref. But they're not. But in the NBA, when you're home, A, and when you're a superstar, B, you're not going to get that call as an opposing player on the road, especially when you're an average player against a superstar in Klay Thompson. So Klay Thompson fouled him, didn't call it. And then Coach Mike Brown was defending the squad. I saw the post-game interview, and he was defending the squad.
I got a comment to come in whenever you're. Go ahead,
and he's like, hey, he said the NBA seen it because they asked him, are you guys going to tell the NBA? He said the NBA seen it. All they're going to do is, hey, we missed the call, and you still lost. Man, we was beating them fools the whole time. Last 90 seconds, you got to get what's his face, Steph Curry to score 47 points. They only beat us by 3 points. I don't want to hear nothing about the Warriors. They're not winning this year. They lost 3-4 games before that, and they only beat us by 3 points. Man, forget the Warriors, man.
All right, Ed.
Forget the Warriors, man.
So you said all that.
I've been to Oakland.
When you said all that,
Warrior fans ain't never been to Oakland, man. Don't talk to me about the Warriors, man.
Ed, you said
all
San Francisco
that. Now we're safe. You ain't been to Oakland like me, bro.
I hear the hurt in his voice.
Come on, bro.
You said all that when you could have said my team fell apart in the fourth quarter, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah,
my team fell apart in the fourth quarter.
It's okay.
My team fell apart in the fourth quarter.
They won by 3 points, man.
It's okay, man.
We are who they are. They are who we thought they were.
The first
you
step,
crown their ass already.
The first step to getting better is to take accountability.
Crown their ass. Charles Barkley said Klay and I'm only repeating Charles Barkley. He said Klay and Draymond ain't what they was 5 years ago. And they ain't doing it again.
I mean, I agree with that. But what did y'all think? What did you expect?
Steph did the Kings worse than Adam Silver did to Kyrie too soon. Hey man, shout out drunk man. That's come on. That might be call of the day right there. Shout out drunk. Oh man.
What did you think was gonna happen? You triple
exactly.
Steph at home. Come on.
And they closed them out. It's time right now. They call a foul. We don't get the shot clock violation, man. The refs have money on the game, bro.
Rookie mistake.
Refs have money on the game, man.
So Ed, we coming
everyone
up.
Just love the Warriors, bro. We get it.
We coming up on a.
All right, man. Close this out. We had the Lakers at Utah, 139 to LA's 116. I caught a little bit of that. Utah's a surprise team. Their highest. I saw this stat. Their top 8 leading scorers is no player they drafted. Which is, is as well.
Is Utah really a surprise team? No, they've been doing good.
I mean, they're not going to the dang finals, but they are like one of the top teams in the conference. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Cleveland at the Clippers, 119-117. The Clippers, Paul George with 26 points, Ivan Mitchell with 30 points, and Kawhi, man, Kawhi is in out the lineup. Shout out Kawhi, man. 10 ACLs, no joke, and. Let's
get soon, bro. Get well soon, bro.
Let's lay off the Kawhi slander in the media. Why load management? Why is he playing? Because he tore his dog on ACL. Some players don't even come back the same. You know what I mean? Like doggone it, like they still in the hunt. You know what I mean? Like they still there. And he'll be back before you know it. So.
Shout out to Ty Lue too.
Yeah, shout out to Ty Lue, former. Won a championship in Cleveland. He brings that to the Clippers. Yeah, no doubt. So we'll check out the standings and we'll move forward to football. But we're gonna close out the standings. We got the Eastern Conference. You want to pull that up on the screen, sir?
Yeah, we're gonna pull it up here in a second.
All right. So
this is where you get to talk about.
I remember when everyone said Tyreek gets carried by LeBron. I mean, but they had that European coach. They fired him mid-season, then Ty Lue took over, and Ty Lue's like, you know what I mean? Like, we give, I think
coach.
LeBron's great in a lot of ways, but we give him a lot of credit as a player, a lot of, okay, that's deserved. A lot of credit as an acting coach and an acting GM.
Yeah, that's his team.
All right, yeah, let's run down this.
So
standings
Eastern
real
Conference,
quick.
we got Milwaukee 9-1. Contenders for sure. They've already got the job done. I feel they could do it again when before Giannis is all said and done. Cleveland at 2.
Okay.
One of the, if you're playing 2K, they got one more of the deeper teams for sure. Cleveland's going to be the conversation all year long. We got Boston at number 3. They're showing composure and leadership after all the BS they've been through. And they've bet. And then we got Atlanta number 4, 7-3. Okay. We got Toronto. I hate on the Hawks. I hate on the Hawks. I do. I got a homie that loves the Hawks, so I hate on the Hawks. Shout out Antonio from Atlanta. So big homie. So we got the Toronto at number 5 at the 5th seed at 6-5. They still got some players that got it done a few years back. And a coach that got it done. Chicago at 6th. I feel they maybe a trade or two away. Indiana at 7. Hey, they got some talent, but shout out Tyrese, but they probably still gonna make a trade or two. We got New York at 8. Shout out the Knicks. I got the Knicks was my original favorite Eastern Conference team when I was a kid. Watching them in the finals forever ago. Number 9, you got the Washington Wizards. You shout out Bradley Beal. Maybe they can make a trade or two and get better if they want to keep Bradley Beal around. And we got 10th, the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden is out a week or a month, one of the two. I think a month. So they got an uphill battle if he's out. So those would be the 10 teams to make the playoffs in the play-in tournament if the playoffs started today. And on the outside looking in, at 11th, we have the Brooklyn Nets at 4-7. And then we have
that's an improvement, low key though.
We have the Miami Heat at 12th at 4-7. I think the Heat should make a trade. Potentially Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
He's big money, and he had that good year in Toronto. He won a championship. Guarded Kyrie or not Kyrie. He guarded Steph, beat Steph year, beat Steph. So shout out to Kyle Lowry. He's still a piece. He should have went to the Lakers. The Lakers didn't get him a little while ago.
I think it would have been a great fit.
Yeah, they didn't want to trade THT, and that was dumb on the Lakers' part. 11, 12, 13. So we have Charlotte at 13 at 3-8. LaMelo Ball is out the lineup, so they're struggling there. We have 14th Detroit at 3-8. Shout out my favorite YouTuber, Crispy Flakes.
Crispy
Flakes. He's the man. And then
shout out
last
Crispy
but not
Flakes.
least, we have leading rookie of the year Pablo in Orlando, and the Magic are 2-10, and we're
just
going
got to turn it into some wins, my brother.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think that's the only thing. He's snapping, they just not winning.
Yeah, he's 20-10, legit. 20-10, and then so now we got the Western
I want to bust in with a comment real quick.
Okay,
Drunk.
Cleveland has that year that they didn't have last year. Injury insurance for Carlin with Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, like I said, they're deep. They both scored 41 in the same game. They are 40, 50 point scorers. Donovan Mitchell potentially, and Karis LeVert. And a lot of quality players on the Cleveland Cavaliers for sure. They're asleep. Nobody want Kyrie or maybe the Lakers. Exactly, the Lakers. If they trade Westbrook, that's a potential mock trade I propose. The Kyle Lowry for Westbrook. I think that would benefit
Kyle
both
Lowry
sides.
out of shape and out of
sides,
time.
respectfully. Out of shape and out of time. Yikes. He's still a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Still, and having Kyle Lowry on the roster, you could recruit his BFF DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His BFF off Toronto, you put them two back together, I guess LeBron one less chance than the Lakers if he has one more chance with the Lakers. So, Western Conference, real quick, run it down. We have the first seed, Utah Jazz. Surprisingly, I felt they were a non-playoff team. Again, they threw a lot of pieces together, but they got a lot of draft picks for Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. I still feel they'll make a trade or two. I don't feel they're the number 1 seed too much longer, respectfully, and I don't know if they make the playoffs. They're a good fun little group, I guess. But shout out my Filipino cousin Jordan Clarkson. He's on the Jazz. If he makes the All-Star team, that'd be great. He's on the national team, so shout out to My Filipino cousin. All right, so we got the Phoenix Suns 7-3 at the second seed. They've been so off the court stuff with the owner, this and that, but they're showing Chris Paul still got it. Devin Booker still got it. If they don't do it this year, then for sure they got to break that up. We got surprisingly Portland at the third seed at 7-3, and Damian Lillard is injured, so they're winning games over there. I'm not sure how much longer.
Get well soon, Dame.
That part. We got Denver at the fourth seed. They're 7-3 with MVP Jokic. We'll see how their season goes. We have Dallas at 6-3 at the fifth seed.
Quick question about the Mavs.
Yes, sir.
That was asked earlier. When does Luka get considered as one of the best players in the league?
Best players in the league. If he does it,
I think he does now.
Then he puts him because like Giannis is in a category. I feel like the top 5 players off the top of my head, roughly, respectfully, Kawhi, he's done it. Giannis, he's done it. LeBron, he's done it. Steph, he's done it. You know what I mean? Like, who else? Like players like that. Players have done it. Like, Giannis just got propelled to that category.
He's definitely top 10, though.
Yeah, so, so respectfully, Luka is not better than those players until he accomplished what they've accomplished. Let's get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Or even back in when they used to compare Giannis and Kawhi. Before Giannis got it done, Kawhi got it done and beat Giannis, by the way. So and Kawhi's done it twice. Yeah. So you got to win a championship. That's like, to me, respectfully, I don't mean disrespect, Luka. Everyone loves Luka around here, and the Sacramento Kings passed him in the NBA draft, for Marvin Bagley III. But he's got to get it done. Then I feel then you start that conversation. He's still young. Let him get it done.
And the numbers he's putting up aren't uncommon.
Satro comments.
I mean, if you do everything, you do everything. Like, okay.
Satchel comments. Luka is amazing, but his quote unquote defense.
Okay. I mean, you exert a lot of energy. If you're going 30, 10, and 10, that's a lot of energy. Yeah. Getting a rebound energy, finding the open man, scoring 30 points, shooting it from everywhere, backing down all kind of play. He backed down Bull off the Magic. You know what I'm talking about? The Malik, the Bull. Bobo, yeah. He backed him up. You seen that? They played like, so he.
And then called him little.
Right. You know what I'm talking about? He's you consider him a point guard. I mean, he handled the ball a lot, but he's traditionally a shooting guard, small forward size player.
Yeah. He needs help.
No, but I feel it's still a trade or two. So that's my take on the
We can get back into the standings.
All right. So Memphis at 6. Shout out John Morant and the city of Memphis 7-4. We got the Clippers at 6-5 at the 7th seed. We got the Pelicans 5-5 at the 8th seed. We got the Spurs 5-6 as the 9th seed, and closing the playoffs. We have Minnesota 5-6. So if the playoffs started today, those top 10 teams will make the playoffs and the play-in tournament. So we got the outside looking in. We got Oklahoma City at the 11th seed at 4-6. We have Golden State at 4-7. We have Sacramento 3-6. We have the Lakers 2-8, and we have Houston 2-9. So little shocking to see some of those teams in the bottom five.
To see the Warriors.
But we got a whole lot of basketball left. We got 9, 10 games, 10, 11 games, and the season's 82 games. And the Kings have lost like 3 or 4 games by like a single digit. So that's why I'm still talking cash about my team, because I'm from Sacramento, California.
I mean, if anything, you might have bragging rights because, you know what I'm saying, you're only 1 game behind Golden State.
and you're 1 game in front of the Lakers.
Hey, that's like Cali Love right there. It's like Cali Love. I've been to Clipper Stadium where they share with the Lakers. Staples, now known as Crypto. I've been to a Warrior game. Like I said, I talked about that. And, of course, I've been to a Kings game, the old stadium and the new stadium. So a lot of places I've been to. And I've been to the Houston game.
So,
I've been to Houston. Yeah,
last question before we close out.
That's my goal, to make it to all 30 stadiums before I'm said and done.
Before we close out with the NBA, last question. Dismantle the Lakers or keep them together?
Dismantle the Lakers. As soon as possible.
Right. Where you see that they're 20%. There's that's 20. Yeah, points of that. 20%. They are winning 20% of their games. 2-8. If that goes, they had, you can't count LeBron out. You can't count experience out, and they got it done. You know,
LeBron's
before
not the problem.
Again, I said it before. Trading Russell Westbrook, either him or Anthony Davis or them both, or probably the least common option if LeBron got traded. That would break the internet. I'd love to see it. Maybe he waits for that move in the offseason versus during the season. More likely, Anthony Davis and or Russell Westbrook is traded by the deadline this season.
There was no need to pick up Pat Beverly.
That was okay. What do you mean? No, it wasn't. That's an okay move. He's hurt right now. It's an okay move. What are you talking about? Oh, I mean, I'd let us see him go back to the Clippers, because he's been through the foxhole with those guys a few years, and he brought success to Minnesota.
And I'm not talking about his playing skills. He just doesn't.
Kyrie needs to take his ass back to Cleveland and retire. That would be nice. That would be nice. But you're not giving up. They're not paying him big money. They got a lot. They got a lot of money. Go to Donovan Mitchell. They're not gonna trade him to get him. They got a lot. Darius Garland averaging 20 and 10, and he's like 21. You're not trading him. They're not trading none of their core pieces for older Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot. I mean, if he signed as a free agent.
Granted, Kyrie's only 30.
There's a few teams Kyrie could still go to and win. I feel if we look at the standings real quick, I feel there's at least 4, 5, 6 teams that Kyrie can go to realistically. You know what I'm saying? So
somebody will pick him up.
Somebody pick him up. Let's keep it real. There's 29 other teams, and somebody want to, take that risk. I'm saying no, not to play basketball. I just want to go to Cleveland and retire there. Oh,
he just joking.
He's 30 years old. No, shout out Justice.
Shout out to Justice. Happy birthday, my guy. Shout out to Justice.
Justice is always talking cash. It's Justice's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Justice. Let me tell the what is that? As a diehard Laker fan, we are looking slow and unorganized facts. Bermucci look. I don't even know that. Bron Sholey, LeBron. Bron Sholey looks hurt. AD looks hurt. So yeah, of course, a lot of miles on them tires. A lot of miles on that. On that transmission. AD looks hurt too, but
body
the other
count
bigs
high.
could be stronger. They could. What do you say?
Got a high body count.
The fact that Dwight Howard's not on that team is whack. Is whack on the Lakers organization part. Is whack. Dwight Howard should still be there, helping out. But no, Dwight Howard
ain't Dwight, man.
He's
Dwight
something.
Ain't
He's
Dwight.
better than anyone else on that
Dwight.
team. But he's better than half that team still.
But I would take Dwight over AD. I ain't gonna lie.
The fact that Dwight's not on the top 75 and AD is a disgrace. Dwight is one of the most disrespected players in NBA history. For sure.
All right, let's move on.
So let's move on. We're talking football.
Are we talking football?
Time check, sir.
We are at like 40 minutes.
Okay, here we go.
But last week was week 9.
Week 9. Now we're at the halfway point.
We are halfway through the season.
We've already had some bye weeks. We've already had, bye weeks. A lot of teams experience bye weeks, and 18 weeks in the season. All the teams play 17 games. Back in the day, it was 16. Now it's 17. And like I said, we just completed week 9 of 18 in the NFL, and I'm gonna pull that up right now. Before we get to
all right, got it pulled up. We got the Thursday game.
We got the Thursday game. But before we get to the Thursday game, we just announced the bye week teams. So people ain't, waiting to hear their team and they didn't play. So we have the bye week teams of week 9. So who had the bye week was the Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, the San Francisco 49ers, the Denver Broncos, and the New York Giants. We may talk about them teams later, but all those teams had a bye week. All right, so Thursday's game, sir.
Thursday's game. I went to Twin Peaks to watch this game, you know what I'm saying? The Eagles 8-0, 29-17 over
Speak on it, Ghost Town.
the Houston Texans.
Man, my man Jalen Hurts was 21 for 27, threw 243 yards, 2 TDs. Now, where I say Jalen Hurts should be in the runnings for MVP.
I agree. He should be, arguably, again, the record shows, if the number's there, but he should be top 2, 3 player in that conversation, period. I say, respectfully, a player you put above there, Jalen Hurts, if anybody, is Josh Allen.
And I know people would say it was the Texans, but, I mean, They gave us a run for our money.
It's an NFL team. It's an NFL team. It's top 32 in the world.
When you take it game by game, anything can happen that week. So you never
know.
The
Eagles got a fair. Respectfully, the Eagles do have one of the more favorable schedules.
I mean, we're playing all grown men. That's
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Biggest thing for the Eagles this season has been the wide receiver. AJ Brown. He's been the biggest difference. When you have a receiver that can make contested catches. Now, I like Jalen Hurts, great passer, great runner, but those passes that are kind of like errant, A.J. Brown makes those catches, and that's like one of the biggest things that's helping out the Eagles. Y'all have a well-rounded team. Y'all just have talent at all the different positions, but that wide receiver being able to go up, make catches when he's covered by 2 or 3 people at a time, it makes the biggest difference, and it allows y'all team to do like some shit that, you know,
a lot of good receivers on the Eagles. A lot of weapons on the Eagles from the outside looking in.
But contested catches,
good receivers.
Because the defenses have definitely been out to play this season in the NFL. But I mean, if you got somebody who can make catches when they not open,
I think
you're gonna be hard to stop.
They have a brotherhood over there. They have a unit over there. Like you said, not one guy stands out. Like,
speak on it.
If you go to Tampa Bay, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that.
I can dig it.
Nah,
team
you
first.
You come up to Philly, it's an everybody thing.
Right.
We love each other, so it's like you really can't beat that when everybody a part of the puzzle is playing their actual role. So
Jalen Hurts will probably get the MVP if they stay on this route.
Fly, you was fly.
Next game, Chargers versus Falcons. I didn't catch this game.
Real quick, shout to the Chargers, top 5 team of mine. They real highlight they did. They passed it to number 5 off the Falcons real quick, and then he was running. They had him probably, he ran like 3 of the Chargers, and then good old Khalil Mack stripped him.
I seen that.
And that was tough, bro.
I seen that. That was
you know what I'm talking about? That's a name I've said.
Let me see if I can find it.
Few episodes. Mr. Khalil Mack is a bad man.
Football IQ is high.
Originally on the Raiders, John Gruden training for a first-round draft pick. That was dumb. And then that was dumb. John Gruden, didn't always pull the best moves with the Raiders last time and this time. And then,
oh man,
right.
Oh man, pass the sticks.
Yeah, pass the sticks. There you go.
Pass the sticks, bro.
Yeah, pass the sticks. Yeah. So the Falcons are fighting to win their division. Hey, they should be in again. I think the the NFC South is wide open. You got Tampa Bay.
I got to show the people this though.
Tampa Bay's up and down. You got Atlanta. You got New Orleans, and you got, last but not least, the Carolina Panthers. So that division is wide open. The Buccaneers do not have it unlocked the way they did 2 years ago.
Next game.
Oh, you pull up the clip?
Actually, let me pull up the clip real quick.
Pull up the clip. All right. So this is what we're talking about. Seeing is believing.
Oh, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
But this is
there you go. Okay. Yeah, whatever. There you go.
Ooh, let me take your lunch.
Yeah, give me that. Yeah, give me your lunch, man. Yeah. All right. Look how long it take him taking. That is a man.
Sometimes I guess
that is a grown man.
You need a reminder that you need to remind people that you know what I'm saying, you're the man.
Sometimes you just go down. When you're going against 2 guys, right, go down.
Shout out to Khalil Mack. It looks like the Chargers have kind of found their way back. I know they lost a few games there for a second. So
all right, next game we have the Miami Dolphins 35 to Chicago Bears 32. Close game. I saw shout out. He came. Didn't get the W, but shout out Justin Fields. He had like a 50-60 yard TD run.
Yeah,
I saw that. So yeah, shout out Justin Fields. Yeah, he's one of the guys I root for. Nah. The Dolphins are racking up W's. Speak on that, sir.
The offense out there, man.
One of the best.
Tyreek Hill already has 1,000 yards this season.
Come on, bro. These are Pro Bowls we're talking about.
Who has Tyreek on
18?
their team?
LaDonnie.
I have no idea.
Lil
Donnie does. He does with his auto drafting himself.
Lil Donnie got him by accident.
With his auto drafting himself.
With
his auto drafting himself.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. A couple weeks ago, we were just talking about the Dolphins might be dead in the water. He
took 2 headshots in a week. And he still
won 3 games in a row.
Thugging.
Won
Still
3
in
games
it.
in a row.
Yeah, two shout out. He's a bright eye. He's an island boy. So he's potential Pro Bowl. Tyreek Hill for sure gonna make the Pro Bowl.
I would say,
And you got former 49er assistant down there coaching. He's a young
Silas.
guy. And then we had former 49er Raheem
Silas.
Mostert. He was there. He just signed in the beginning of the season, so he coached them back in the day. And then they just got Jeff Wilson Jr. He was on the 49ers just as of late, but we traded him chain reaction due to the acquiring Christian McCaffrey. So we traded so it reunites Jeff Wilson Jr. with Raheem Mostert and a former assistant coach, which is now the head coach on the Dolphins. So I got some former 49ers out there, so shout out to them.
now this is an unpopular opinion, but if Tyreek Hill stays on this pace, you got to consider him for MVP. I'm putting it out there.
Definitely, because he has 1,000 yards already halfway through the
season.
Especially if if they win the division, holy smokes! But I still believe in the Buffalo Bills.
It's one thing,
but them
I don't know.
making the playoffs. Stop.
I don't know.
Only if
We'll touch on that in a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Next game, we got Panthers and at Bengals. Bengals win 42-21.
We had Mr. Mixon with 4 touchdowns. So
5 touchdowns.
5 show was it was 5. And by the way, Ja'Marr Chase is still out. I have him in one of my leagues. So Ja'Marr Chase is still out.
I don't know when he's coming back.
I don't know when he's coming back. And then shout out to one of my God bless the Carolina Panthers. God bless the Carolina Panthers. They so like I said, it's 42-21. Hey, they threw in Baker Mayfield, and he had a touchdown pass. He threw it to a guy. It was his first touchdown ever. So Baker Mayfield. Hey,
I'm off that train now.
Of course we are. Of course we are.
off that train.
Of course
I'm
we
off
are.
that train.
But what
I'm
I'm
off that
saying
train.
is, hey, he gave opportunity to a young receiver that's never got it done, and he's going to be looking for employment at another organization next year. They're going to move forward with Walker. They have to. I would. Walker, that's who you start over with.
I'm off that train.
Yeah, of course. I mean, hang on, bet. So
Next game,
Detroit Lions 15 to Green
what
Bay
is
Packers
going on
9.
with the Packers, bro? I got to look at the stats on this.
Lil Wayne tweeted. Let's shout out to
Oh,
Lil
he's
Wayne.
a Green Bay fan for sure.
He's a Green Bay fan. Shout out to Lil Wayne. It's one of the best, of course. He said he tweeted we should have got rid of 12 at the beginning of the season.
Ooh.
After this game, here we go. Let's.
So Aaron Rodgers' stat line: 23 for 43, 291, 1 touchdown, 3 picks.
Hey, hashtag free Aaron Rodgers. If he's he lost to the Lions,
it's time for him to go.
That game very well could have been the Packers' season. What are they right now?
They are 3-6.
3-6, and they just lost a division game.
Lost
to
to
the
Jared
Lions.
Goff and the Lions.
That's 2 L's. When you lose to a divisional rival, that's 2 L's.
So we got Aaron Rodgers. You're gonna have to go back to Costa Rica, get you have another ayahuasca session, bro.
Hey man,
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
I'm gonna be a part of the recruitment to get him back home. I'll do some ayahuasca with him, bring some 49er gear. I'm gonna look
Bring
to get
some 49er gear?
I'm gonna look to get it done. He got baby pictures of him in 49 clothes, bro. Aaron Rodgers, man.
So does
Talk
Tom
about, bro.
Brady.
He's from
Aaron
Northern
Rodgers
California,
doesn't
bro.
need
He's
to
from
play
Northern
football
California. He's from
anymore.
Chico, bro.
Next game, you got
Hashtag free Aaron Rodgers.
the Raiders 20, Jaguars 27. Didn't catch this game.
I didn't see that game.
The Raiders
I
are
want
like
to say Devontae Adams had 2 touchdowns. I saw the highlights of this. He had 2 touchdowns, about 140 yards. And then Jacobs came up. Jacobs was non-existent. Jacobs had a big game a few games ago. He had maybe like 50 yards, no touchdowns. Waller's been hurt. He was my.
he's out. Yeah,
he's out. I traded him in one of my leagues. But Waller's been out. He's not who I thought he was at the beginning of the season for me this year.
This looks like a defensive loss when I'm looking at the stat line.
Gotcha.
Travis Etienne, 28 carries, 109, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence also ran for 50 yards. Definitely.
Trevor Lawrence. No, he had a big run too. Shout out Trevor Lawrence.
Next game. Come on, computer. Next game. Colts 3, Patriots 26. Ooh.
So shout out.
Falk.
The coach got fired for the Colts.
Yeah, he did. We gonna talk. Okay, the Colts are rebuilding. The Colts again. Taylor was supposed to be the man this year. He's been hurt. I think he's been hurt. You know, he was the lead in rusher last year, correct?
Yep.
Because I mean, most durable, most yards. You know, he got it done last year, but you know, unfortunately, he got hurt this year. And like I said, they benched Matt Ryan, so they got a young, unheard of quarterback in there, and they got a young, unheard of running back in there.
Get them kinks out.
You know, and then you said they fired their coach.
So,
yeah, and they named Jeff Saturday. Interim head coach, or not interim, but head coach. Interim.
So this has been a big
Jeff
story.
Saturday out the booth.
Yeah, they
out the
not
booth.
out the booth off of ESPN.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, but off of TV, bro.
Off of, yes.
Come coach.
Yes.
Come coach. We have
Yes.
no one. Holy.
He said he told Stephen A, I'm not gonna be at work today, bro.
I'm not
literally. I'm calling in, bro.
I gotta go coach. I'm not quitting.
So literally, that's probably like a huge story because he's literally he has
Jeff
no
Saturday, shout out to Jeff Saturday.
he has no
Senator
coaching
Peyton Manning.
experience ever.
But he's centered as Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
That accounts for something.
yeah, I think that, but
he's Pro Bowl center for Peyton Manning.
it does mean something.
He
but
spent a lot of time with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is one of the most brilliant minds in football.
To coach
yeah,
an NFL
but
team,
also
How long he been there? And don't won a Super Bowl.
playing and coaching is
in
Playing and coaching, but a lot of coaches are former players.
Not to say that he's not going to do a great job, but typically that's not how you go about bringing in people.
yeah.
It's more that situation is more so like this is more like
that's the owner. Be like, damn, no one's available. He's not it. Hey Jeff, what you doing? You want to come coach?
yes.
And he
This is
and
like,
he might
yo,
bring
this
in-
my man.
My man.
He finna come and do this real quick. That's what that is. I'm about to let my mans come in, and he ain't never did it
He
before.
might as well get Pat McAfee while you at it. Pat McAfee kicked it with. He did a show at the Colts training camp. Former
that'd
Colts
be
kicker.
very entertaining though.
Former
I love
Colts
Pat
kicker.
McAfee, bro.
Listen, if he
But
went, if
Pat
he,
McAfee is one of my favorite people.
if he can find a way to
YouTube.
turn them around, I guarantee you he has a permanent job next year.
I mean, shit. It's nothing to lose. Again, no,
And plus, you gotta put asses in them seats, boy.
Yeah.
Right. No, you sell tickets. Yeah, no pressure, no expectations. Just go out and play. And they draft. Again, they're a team of the future at this point. Tennessee is running away with that division. Period. And they thought they was in the same conversation as Tennessee. No, they're not.
Oh no.
The AFC South. There's Tennessee Titans, respectfully. Then you have the Colts, the Jaguars, the Texans. Tennessee is leading those three other teams. Tennessee is a lock to win that division and make the playoffs. The other three teams are all in rebuilding situations, respectfully.
All right, next game. This is where it gets messy. You have the Buffalo Bills 17 losing to the New York Jets 20.
New York battle.
Shout out Bills.
So I watched this game.
Shout out to the Bills.
And this was one of those games where it's like I was waiting for the Bills to kind of like take over, but they just never did.
They say Mr. Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the NFL, may have hurt his elbow. UCL. I had to look that up.
So
I had to look that up. So if Josh Allen goes down again, every week Josh Allen is number one on fantasy quarterback rankings. He's putting up the most stats.
He's putting up points.
He is the best, right? He is a man that you can rely on to get you all the way when healthy. So hopefully it's not too serious. I had to look up UCL. That's a ligament in the elbow. Because the ACL, the MCL, the PCL is in the knee, but the UCL is in the elbow, his throwing elbow, right? So get well, Josh Allen.
I look at this game and the
Jets play with heart, man.
They play with heart, but this, you know what this means?
A former 49 assistant as well.
This means that the AFC is wide open.
AFC is wide.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the Bills not about to run away from nobody because the Jets and the Dolphins both have 6 wins.
Definitely gonna be
and they both beat the Bills.
Bills.
Correct. Damn it.
And also the Bills have had a lot of close scares this year. So it's not a runaway. Man. Anybody could get it.
Damn it.
Anybody could get it. Any given Sunday.
Stephon Diggs. Shout out.
So it ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Bills, you know what I'm saying? They might not make it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're going to be in the playoffs, but You know, it's not no runaway. Bills got
Vegas,
this
Vegas
type
still,
of situation.
Vegas had them. They still unless God forbid, unless Josh Allen goes down. Vegas still got them leading everyone else in.
But you got
odds to win the Super Bowl.
Who they got over there?
For
Cooper
sure.
Rush?
Cooper Rush, who on who Buffalo? Stephon Diggs.
I feel the odds for
Stephon
sure.
Diggs is. Stephon Diggs is the best, bro.
Nah, I'm talking about they backup quarterback.
Oh, who's their backup?
Yeah,
Holy shit! I know. Oh man, you man.
Cooper
Who's
Rush.
that? Oh, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea who QB2 is. No. Trubisky, right? No, not Trubisky. Not Trubisky. Former, not Trubisky. Who the fuck is? Excuse me. Who is QB2 on the dang Bills?
Matt Barkley.
Matt Barkley.
Like I said, he ain't no Cooper
No.
Rush.
I'm tripping.
No, he's on. No,
Case Keenum. That's what it is. Case
Hey, that
Keenum.
deserves a.
hey, Case Keenum. Yeah. Hey,
Case Keenum is Buffalo's top backup if Josh Allen misses time with injury.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey,
You
BJ.
said, how you doing? Like, close the door, please. Thank you, sir.
I opened it because it was hot in here.
I feel it.
All right, we got to move on to the next game. You got the Vikings at 7-1, beating the Washington Commanders 20-17.
Shout out to Minnesota Vikings. They're winning the NFC North.
I was about to say, ain't nobody even talking about them doing what they doing right now.
Come on, yeah, everyone sleep on the Vikings. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, but they're winning the division and hosting a playoff game. Hey, check them out. Check them out. It ain't gonna be in Green Bay. Everybody's gonna be watching that.
Hey, man.
Everyone's gonna be watching that on TV.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers gonna be watching the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying
breaking that up.
I'm gonna keep saying any given Sunday, my guy. They 7-1, 7-1. Next game, we can go to the next game to another team who I feel like people are sleeping on. The Seattle Seahawks, 31-21 to the Cardinals. They're starting to get a little distance in that division, Ed. Geno Smith is actually, you know what I'm saying, he doing something out there. I'm like, damn.
He is better than
I'm
what
waiting
they
for him to
expected.
fall off, but he
Shout out
ain't.
to the Cardinals. I was rooting for the homies to beat the
Hold up.
Seahawks, fellow NFC West divisional rival.
I gotta pull it up. Geno Smith went viral like
Man.
the other day.
Geno
He
is
said,
showing out a little
Hey,
bit.
Geno Smith, I'm riding you. Are you
Just a
talking about
little
who riding him off? I'm riding him off. It's enough. It's been
Nah,
cute, but it's enough. It's
nah.
enough, sir.
Hold up,
It's
I
enough.
gotta pull this
It's
up.
enough.
Not Geno.
It's
Not
enough.
Geno.
All right.
This is what my man Geno had to
Take it
say. Hold
easy.
up. He said, "Hold on, I'm about to pull it. I'm about to pull it up." Cause I was like, "Yo, I got you. You can't hate on that, bro. That man was considered to be."
San
I
Francisco
seen
49er fan,
this
you can't.
online.
They said that
San
man
Francisco 49er fan, you can't. Yeah.
as a San Francisco 49er fan, yeah. But I'm talking about
No, as the
My
man,
man.
as the man. Oh man,
Hold up.
don't pull this man a cry, man. I don't want to see that. Oh, we get it.
Yeah, they wrote
This
me
is
off.
the last
I ain't
one.
right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
he said they wrote me off, but I ain't right back.
I ain't right back.
Oh, bro, this is
Yeah.
like week
They wrote
2.
me off. I
What
ain't
we-
right
we
back
going week
still.
2?
That's the
I said,
problem.
man,
I ain't
still
right
ain't
back.
right
Let's go.
back.
What we talking, man? The mail don't get delivered on Sundays. What are we talking about?
They winning.
And
Shout
we
out
play
to
football
Satchel. He
Sunday.
talking about Seattle. We out here.
Who's this? Shout out Satchel. Seattle? You from Seattle? Seattle almost took the Kings. And Seattle and San Francisco play twice a year every year. So I have a love-hate relationship with Seattle, respectfully.
All right,
I've been
we.
to Seattle at least once.
I'm gonna let
Respect
you.
to
I'm
Seattle.
gonna let them
Respect.
rest.
It's all fun. It's all
We'll see
fun
what
and games,
happens
though.
next
It's
week,
all fun and
man.
games. Shout out to Seattle.
Next game we got the Rams and the Buccaneers.
Hey,
Bucks
pull
win
up- pull up-
16-13.
Pull up Tom Brady. We're going to pull up Tom Brady. You
I
see the
think
quote he had after this game?
I did not.
He just said it was awesome. And then he cursed. And that's it went
What,
viral.
he said what?
This is effing awesome. Like, came in here. And he's like, this is awesome. This is effing awesome. And after the W.
He was, bro. That man was needing that win. He was needing that
He was
win
needing
like
it.
water,
He
man.
was
Water in
36
the
for
desert.
58. He was definitely 36 for 58. He only threw one touchdown. 280
36
yards.
for 58. He threw the
30.
ball 58 times.
And only scored 16 points.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But they won, so that's all. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
at the
all
end of the
that
day,
matters.
at the end of the day,
That's
that's what
still not
matters.
Tom Brady-esque.
The team's
the
falling
Buccaneers
apart.
ain't Super Bowl-esque this year. No way. Shit.
But like I was talking to my cousin. Shout out Sean. I was telling him.
Shout out a little bit cousin Sean. Shout out big cousin Sean.
I definitely was telling him like.
Oh, I like good times with him. Shout out to
Tom. It's time for Tom to hang it up because Tom he only had one top 10 wide receiver every team he played.
Mm-hmm.
So he never had a loaded team. Tom won his first Super Bowl without a loaded team.
Defense, Bill Belichick.
So I mean, you can't make that excuse for Tom today. It's really Tom. He was that piece of the puzzle.
He's 45 years old. Hey, if he's probably gonna retire. Shout out to Tom Brady. He's probably gonna retire after this. But if he hits free agency,
still hang it up.
If he hits free agency, teams will be a calling. He ain't got nowhere to be next year. He ain't got nowhere to be.
Home next year.
Home where? Home nowhere. He ain't got no home no more. He ain't got no home. The home got broken.
Tom Brady need to take an ESPN job, be a commentator, do what Tony Romo did, and Peyton Manning and everybody else. And
Tom Brady posted. I don't think Tom Brady ain't gonna be on TV like that.
Go own a team. Go buy a team. Go have with Jay-Z or something like that.
Are they friends?
I don't know.
So next game we have. I watched part of this.
I watched the whole thing.
It was a good game. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans visiting the Chiefs. The Chiefs won that 20-17.
Good game.
Derrick Henry's the man. He had a big run. Derrick Henry's the man.
He is the man.
He is, like I said, they said no one better. They said something like that. But yeah, Derrick Henry, my opinion, the best running back in the NFL.
For sure. But
King Henry.
But I ain't gonna
he's
lie,
the
bro.
most, built.
When I watched this game, this is another one where I was waiting for the Titans to put it away. But when that boy Patrick Mahomes turned it on,
they have a rookie quarterback.
When Patrick Mahomes turned it on,
it's a different story.
It's over, bro. He literally took the game over, and it was like he put the team on his back moment. I was like,
when the 49ers
he made play after play.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes is a game changer.
And put up 50 points in fantasy. What?
God.
My man had like 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown.
You can't forget the former Eagles coach Andy Reid. Andy Reid does a great job of coaching Pat Mahomes.
You're right.
They make a good duo. So
Pat Mahomes isn't who he is without Alex Smith. No, he said it. Stop that. No, don't stop that. Don't question my facts. Stop that. He said that.
He was being modest and humble when he said that. You think Pat Mahomes really thinks that?
Yeah, he said it. He said it in an interview.
Politics.
I mean,
Alex Smith made the Pro Bowl 2-3 years with the Chiefs, and they drafted him. And yeah, he watched him get ready and win games. That's what he did. That's what he did. He watched Alex Smith win them some games when he was on the bench. That's exactly what Pat Mahomes did.
At the same time, you can't take nothing away from Pat Mahomes, man. He literally
you can't say Pat Mahomes without saying Alex Smith. That's all I'm saying.
Like he literally just fourth quarter came around.
I respect the QB1, QB2 format.
Pat Mahomes is better than Alex.
Fourth quarter came around. He took over the game and literally took the game out of the jaws of defeat.
Who came before you, man? That's all I'm saying.
Nah, that's a fact.
Hey, Alex Smith ran, so Pat Mahomes can fly.
Yes, but at the same time,
my point, bro.
I like Alex Smith because he's a feel good story.
He's the former Chiefs quarterback before Pat Mahomes.
But I'm pretty sure Pat Mahomes would have still been a great player, regardless of who was.
He's definitely talented.
Yeah,
he's very talented.
Underrated. It's underrated. Who you play for, who your coach is, and who your QB1 is when you're QB2. That's part of it. That is part of development. Aaron Rodgers isn't as great as without Brett Favre. Tom Brady ain't as great as he is.
I wouldn't say that. So I got to check you on that comment.
Man.
So do you know how much Brett Favre disliked Aaron Rodgers?
Of course he did. The young man's taking my job. The young man's in the wing
but
to replace me. Aaron Rodgers backed him up 2-3 years.
If you look back, there is noted instances of where Brett Favre did little things to try to sabotage Aaron Rodgers.
And guess what? That made Aaron Rodgers 10 times better. So what? That made Aaron Rodgers work harder and develop, and he had a great their coach, what's his face, and he's on the Cowboys. Again, he won them a Super Bowl.
I'm not, granted, your haters may push you to work harder, but I'm never going to be like, my haters are the reason that I'm successful. I'm not going to say that.
Never. You might
light a fire. They might push you a little harder, yeah. They might give you a reason to go harder, but You know what I'm saying? As much as I actually like Brett Favre from back in the days.
Seeing, there's hearing, then there's seeing. If people don't want to explain stuff to you, seeing is believing. Visual learning. See him.
Who's a
all
better
his
quarterback?
routine, huh?
Who's a better quarterback, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre? If you had to put one on your team,
I'm taking Aaron
now?
Rodgers.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
I'm taking Aaron
I'm
Rodgers.
taking Aaron Rodgers. If I had it's year rookie, if I'm fantasy draft, whatever, rookie Brett Favre, rookie Aaron Rodgers, and start a franchise, rookie Aaron Rodgers.
They low key had had about the same career.
Low key, but had the same career.
I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is a better player.
Brett Favre left at the end, but they both got one in the Super Bowl. Or no, Brett Favre got two.
Got one.
Got one.
Yeah, Brett Favre got one. No, he won one. He lost one.
Yeah,
Yep.
1-1.
Yeah,
Same thing
that's
as
what
Aaron
it is.
Rodgers.
Same thing.
Well, no, he just played in one.
He just played one. Yeah. So they each have one. Okay, so
Last game.
last game. Okay.
My Baltimore Ravens played last night. Whoa.
Take it away. I saw part of it. I saw them getting blown out. So I was like, cool.
So this is what I'm gonna say. Like this, I like it when we're not like the most talked about team, because it's like this Ravens team, we ain't even at full power right now, bro. We got so many injuries. But the thing that I liked the most was just like that old school kind of football, bro. It felt like we had the ball like damn near the entire game, bro. If they got on it felt like we literally, yes, we literally had the ball the entire game. You know, it was definitely an old school, demoralizing run game type of game. And, I'm just, I'm waiting to knock somebody who's expected to win out the playoffs. That's what I'm waiting for with this team.
If you ain't got any highlights, you want to pull off the NFL standings when we close out?
Pay Lamar.
Yeah.
Pay Lamar. Yeah,
Pay
hashtag pay
Lamar.
the chorus. Yeah,
Please
hashtag
pay Lamar.
Yeah, hashtag pay Lamar.
Or somebody will.
Or somebody will.
They gonna pay him, man.
Okay.
If we get a Super Bowl, they definitely gonna pay him.
Yeah, they
man.
have to have no choice.
It's gonna be.
But if y'all
Yeah,
get a
they-
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
somebody else might come with that other offer that might double y'all.
Nah, if we win a Super Bowl, we gonna just give him the $300 million and just shut up.
Shit, that
It's-
price
it-
might go up. Yesterday's price ain't today's.
No,
I mean,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
today's
for
price.
sure. Oh, for
You
sure.
win the Super
He wins
Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
Oh,
He wins
yeah.
the Super Bowl. Yeah, today's price
Oh,
is
yeah.
yesterday's price.
At the
They
same
wish you would have
time,
signed him. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's about 5-10 teams that will come in there and pay him.
They're gonna regret not paying.
I don't.
him,
They don't
man.
care who. Like again, hear what I'm saying? You think no one's gonna? Oh fuck it. No, somebody gonna go after
Even
him
if
and
he
give them
takes
the
y'all
money
deep into the
that
playoffs,
Baltimore
that price
wouldn't
still
if
got
they
to go
don't.
up. That price definitely has to go up, depending on how far he takes y'all.
All right, we got the stands. What we doing?
yeah.
All right, so looking at check us out. We got 7 teams in the AFC, 7 teams in the NFC. I feel we can all loosely predict on who's going, who's not going. You got the AFC East. Y'all got Buffalo, the Jets, and Miami all still relevant. I think. And then the Patriots not too far behind. The AFC North, Baltimore is leading them. They're probably gonna get that done. Cincinnati.
We already beat them.
Yeah, right. So Baltimore's better than Cincinnati, and then
Them division wins.
Yeah,
there we go.
Them division wins.
Yeah,
They mean
right.
something.
That means something because if it's
Him a winner.
tied, if the record is tied, then that's the second thing they go to is your record within the division, and everyone plays 6 division games in a year.
We only play one more team that's above 500 this season. It's over.
Wow. Okay, so look to Baltimore win that division and get that done. Cincinnati may be a wild card. Don't want to count them out yet. Cleveland, too much nonsense this year to make the playoffs. Pittsburgh is rebuilding. I think their running back is struggling.
yeah.
And then the AFC South, it looks like Tennessee's running away with that. And then everyone there is rebuilding. Spoke on them already. The AFC West, Chargers is not too far behind the Chiefs. The Chargers is going to be relevant all year long. I see 2 playoff teams in there. You have the NFC East. Again, the Eagles are looking to win that division, hands down. I've been said that. Shout out to Ghost Town. And Dallas and the Giants will be around all year long. They're both looking to make the
they're both
playoffs,
looking
and
good,
possibly
definitely.
could both.
All 3 of those
make-
teams might make the playoffs.
Correct. And then you have the NFC North, Minnesota runway with that, and everyone else. You got the Packers 3-6, Chicago 3-6, Detroit 2-6. Minnesota is on cruise control.
Yeah, that's
And
their
then-
division right there.
Yeah, NFC South, like I said, wide open. Tampa Bay and Atlanta tied at 4-5. New Orleans not too far behind at 3-6. And then the NFC West, you have the Seattle Seahawks 6-3. San Francisco 49ers 4-4, the Rams 3-5, Arizona 3-6. So, by the way, we're 3-0 in the division. Look at everybody else, by the way. So that's going to come in key. And, yeah, you know.
You still need to see
you can't name 5 players off the Seahawks, bro. I can name you about.
I mean, but
you can't name 5 players off the Seahawks, bro.
But if you
know how many Pro Bowl caliber players on the 49ers are?
Hey,
damn near at every position.
That's not a compliment, though.
That's not a compliment.
That's not a good thing for you to say that.
That makes them see
that makes that makes your team look worse. Y'all got all these Pro Bowl players.
All these
Pro Bowl players. Only got 4 wins.
So who would you rather have?
Seahawks.
I'd rather win.
As an Eagles fan that has a bunch of role players and not a star, I definitely would go to the Seahawks.
You know, I'd rather win. You know, I feel like
Pro Bowl caliber Christian McCaffrey, Pro Bowl caliber Juice. Oh man,
they're not playing. They're not playing. Pro
you
Bowl
bet me money
caliber.
the Seahawks win the division? Will either one of y'all bet me money Seahawks win the division?
Bro.
Over the 49ers?
That's not a good bet.
Thank you.
I actually could bet you.
I will bet you right now on air.
No,
I'll bet
you
you right now on air.
The Seahawks over the 49ers win the division?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
You want to do
dollars?
I got you. Yeah. Y'all are
dollar.
Look.
Yeah, the San Francisco
On
49ers will win the division over the Seattle Seahawks.
They will not.
Get out of here.
That's but
Fuck out of here. We're the best defense, least yards against, least points against. So our defense is the best defense in the NFL.
here's the thing, Ed.
Best defense in the NFL.
Y'all have one of the best defenses, but you also have one of the worst offenses.
Worst offense.
Worst offenses.
Yes.
Worst offenses. We lead the league in yards after catch. That is a lot of talent.
You're also like
George Kittle.
You're like
Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey.
Ed, let's talk about the thing that matters. I'm looking at it right now. Y'all have 176 points, which is like in the lower half of the league.
Defense wins championships. That's why
Points also win championships. You have to score.
That's the go-to for teams that can't score.
C-Mac done scored 3 touchdowns by himself. You seen the game with me?
And I'm not saying
C-Mac.
this is my point though. The point I'm making is y'all needed to make that trade.
Of course, and that's why we did it. Damn it.
Y'all needed to make that trade though. Like that had to happen.
And like no need to fear San Francisco and the rest of the world.
Y'all got a good team. I'm not saying that y'all don't have a good team. But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is it ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying?
And who is in the NFC?
Nobody, but it's not just
Eagles.
two games behind the next team in the division. Y'all 2 games behind the leading team with half the season left to go. It's not about to be easy for y'all to win the division. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But I have confidence that the quality of players that we have on the roster.
I'm not saying
49ers are one of the better teams on paper. On paper, that's what I'm going with right now. On paper, we're one of the better teams in football. Period.
On
bro.
paper, y'all also
Period.
on paper.
Yes.
On
paper.
Yes.
On paper.
That's the point I'm
Y'all
making.
also only
we got
have
Christian
176
McCaffrey mid-season.
points.
We're figuring it out. Trey Lance went out, and we're still in the conversation to go to the Super Bowl.
I'll put it to you like this, Ed. Y'all have scored less points than the Carolina Panthers,
Who are 2-7.
who are 2-7. Y'all scored less points than the Detroit Lions.
Shout out to the
who are
Carolina
2-6.
Shout out to the Carolina Panthers for blessing us with Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to the Panthers.
So, but the point I'm making
Shout out to
is
the Panthers.
the point I'm making is it could easily go the
We got
Seahawks
the
way.
schedule, man. Whatever, bro.
And y'all
Let's see
still
the
gotta play
schedule,
them.
bro. What time check, bro? Y'all making me mad. Time check.
We almost had time, so
Okay, we got. Okay, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me say the schedule for you, man. We win the division, bro. We got money. I got $2 on this bet. We got okay. This is the rest of the schedule. Real quick, run it real quick. Chargers, shut up. Cardinals, Chargers, Cardinals, Saints, Dolphins, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Washington, Vegas, Arizona.
I give y'all Washington.
I give us Cardinal twice.
That's
I
up
give
in
us
there.
Vegas, Washington, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. I say
think Tom Brady's
the
gonna
hardest games. Hell yeah, we're beating Tom Brady in the Bucks.
Okay.
Hell yeah, we're beating
Dolphins?
Dolphins would be a challenge, and the Seahawks is a challenge. Other than that, we got the rest of those games.
I don't like how you said Dolphins would be a challenge.
Would be a challenge.
Dolphins gonna smack y'all.
We have the best defense. Come on, bro. We watch. Where's that game at?
But their
Where's that game at? It's
superior.
in San Francisco. It's on December. Yeah. So those are the two most challenging games. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, I got us at least 6-3 or 7-2. At least 6-3. At least 6-3. At least 6-3. At least 6-3.
I say opposite.
I say at least. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I say opposite. 3-6.
Shut the hell up, bro. Get off my show, bro.
It's easy when you're
Get
8
off
and
my
0.
show.
I
Shut
repeat,
up.
it's easy when you're 8 and 0.
Shut up, bro.
Game.
So
like
this is who the Seahawks play. Bucks, Raiders,
Okay.
Rams, Panthers, 49ers, and
L.
Chiefs.
L.
So I give them
What else?
5
That
and
ain't
1.
it. What else?
Five, I
the
think
Chiefs?
5 and 1. That's it.
Hold on, no, it's a couple.
Shut up,
Jets could go either way, and then Seahawks and Rams again. So you 49ers, Seahawks, and Jets
Hey,
are.
we made it to NFC Championship at the wild card last year. Last year we beat
That would be
the
going to-
Cowboys. The Cowboys in Dallas.
Don't
We
brag
beat
about
Green
that.
Bay in Green Bay, and then we went to LA and lost to the Rams by 3.
I'm not contesting that the
Rams went to the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying that the 49ers
We
won't
can
make
do.
the playoffs.
It's not our first rodeo.
What I'm saying is, when I said win the division,
It's not our first rodeo.
I
bro.
think they can make it the playoffs for sure.
Duh. But I'm going to take us further in the win the division, but for sure we're making the playoffs.
But-
And we've proven we can win on the road. A lot of these players on the
make
roster.
the playoffs, but the Seahawks
I give them about 30% chance of winning that division.
Thank you. We're still making the playoffs. We still are favorites.
I give them about 80% chance of making the playoffs.
In my opinion,
Yeah, definitely.
with
I'm
Christian
not saying
McCaffrey
they're
on the
not gonna make
roster.
playoffs.
With Christian McCaffrey on the roster, we
First
could, we
round
go.
out,
We went to
maybe.
Dallas last year and we went to Green Bay last year and won on the road. So 2 playoff. That is why I am confident in the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, Dallas chokes all the time in the playoffs, so you can expect to win that game.
This is true.
We it's in the resume. It's in the profile. We did that.
We'll talk about the Cowboys next week.
All right, time check. Are we moving on?
Yeah,
That's all the games. So
That's
shout
all
out
the
to
games.
NFL Week 9. See you on Week 10. All right, so real quick, I always shout out my other league before we get to our league. I took an L, so I'm 7-2 in that league. I'm dealing with some injuries. Ja'Marr Chase is injured. Ja'Marr Chase. I lost Ja'Marr Chase, Breece Hall, and Ezekiel Elliott.
You down
I have,
bad, son.
I have Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts came up. Stephon Diggs and Jeff Wilson are my high performers. I lost to the homie Big David out in LA. Who do you have? He beat me. Whatever. In New England, 26 points on fantasy on the defense. That was his big player. Okay, moving on. So to our league, we'll let's see. We have Matt with the W.
I'm blowing niggas out,
to
boy.
go vegan.
I'm blowing people
111.
out. My bad.
Matt had 49 fantasy points from Pat Mahomes, 446 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Eckler had 47 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble with 23 fantasy points. Drake, 24 fantasy points with 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Waddle with 19 fantasy points, 5 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. And Hopkins, 4 receptions, 36 yards, and a touchdown with 13 fantasy points. And he has Baltimore defense at 11 fantasy points, and Tucker with 10 fantasy points. That's if you get 10 from kicker and 10 from defense, that's solid, bro.
Oh, definitely.
At least they're not losing you the
Shout
shit.
out Falk, man. He carried
Yeah,
me.
so that's that, and then we got Ghost right here. So we go shout out Ghost, of course. Ghost with the W, 124 to New York Giants. Rico Suave, 90 points. So wow, you started Barkley on the bye and you won.
I definitely thought
Damn
I
it.
took him out.
Jalen Hurts with 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 30 fantasy points. You had Justin Jefferson, the Minnesota Vikings, 25 fantasy points, 7 receptions, 115 yards, and a touchdown. We have T. Hawkinson, just got traded to the Vikings from the Lions, 60 fantasy points, 9 receptions, 70 yards. Look at him to get better. Juju Smith, 18 fantasy points with 10 receptions, 88 yards. and Folk 17 fantasy
That's why
points.
I said shout out to Folk. He's a
4
kicker.
field goals,
He's
right?
my kicker.
And 2 PATs. You had right. Okay, check you out. And then we got where's Lil Donnie at? North Dallas Warriors.
Took that out.
I guess because of Caesar, 808 cold blooded. That's Big C's. 144 to 109. Donnie got Geno Smith 31 fantasy points.
I don't even think Donnie's
And then Tyreek Hill. Those are his 2 top performers. And we got Sacktown Royalty with the W, 96.2 fantasy points against Miami Mambas, 89 fantasy points. I had Justin Herbert, 22 fantasy points, 245 yards, and a touchdown. I'm struggling. I am struggling over here. I got Samuel off of Washington. He had 3 receptions, 65 yards, and a touchdown. I have Lazard off.
You need
the
running
Packers.
back help.
I need a lot. And then I got 4 receptions, 87 yards, and a touchdown with Lazard. Connor's been struggling for me. I hate that I picked Connor. He's been a bust for me. Connor off the Cardinals. You don't always go running back first or second round. You don't always go running back. James Conner is an example of that. He has struggled for me. He's been a bust. I have on the bench either bye week or injured Deebo Samuel, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, and San Francisco 49ers defense. So I got the W on that. We're going to standings and we're closing this out. We got Ghost at 5-4. We're in the Eastern. He's in the Eastern Conference. I'm in the Eastern Conference. I'm 5-4. In the Western Conference, we got Matt at 5-4, and we got Little Donnie at 4-5. Everyone is 6-3, 5-4, 4-5.
Like I said,
it's still close.
Yeah,
It's still
a lot
close.
of.
Bro, I started off 1-4, man. Come on.
Shit, I started off.
At this point, I done scored more points than anybody in the league.
Yeah, talk your cash.
I started
bro.
off 0-3.
Talk your cash. You said points for and points against. You
I'm
pay attention to that.
Yes.
So you're leading the league in
And
points.
points scored.
1,248 points.
Where am I standing at with that?
And then that's how you look at it. They go off of that, right? After wins and losses, fantasy football is off of points scored, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So how many points are you scoring? And sometimes you could be have the most points and not always translate to W's or vice
That's true.
versa.
Matchups mean a lot.
So
Overall, though, the final standing for projections, I'm number 2. We're gonna put that out there.
you are number 2,
Number
but you
2.
started the season at 13th.
Yeah, I started hard.
So the roster was not favorable, and it turned into a favorable roster. If you to be projected second,
yeah,
who you got on your team?
Eagles.
You got like I said, you got Jalen Hurts, Barkley, yeah, Jalen Hurts, Barkley, Jefferson, Juju Smith, and then Smith off the Eagles. Who's on your bench? Kirk Cousins, solid QB too, and then you're not a bad squad, bro.
Decent squad.
Not a bad squad.
I can't wait to the playoff. We got about 4 or 5 more games.
Okay, this is my complaints on the league. I'm gonna have to call all them out right now.
Why?
I'm out.
The Big C's and respect to all the Passion family, Big C's and Dabo. Okay, regular leagues is 2 minutes to draft. They put 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
I passed-
that's
that was
rough.
the
I ain't gonna lie, that's
quickest
rough.
I
on a
ever did
player
in my
or two that
life.
I wanted
That's
to pass.
rough.
We doing 30
That was-
seconds. I didn't even know that until the draft started.
Quickest
And we're
draft.
live on Normal Guys Talk Sports.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna
We
lie.
gotta
That's
get the
rough.
show together, my draft together, and I'm over here. I passed on too many players I want to pass on based on that. So 30 seconds, I didn't like that. We got 4 teams in the playoffs when it's usually more, and we only have 4 bench slots. But
Yeah, I ain't
they
gonna
say-
lie. I need a bench slot like
Wait,
what,
yeah,
bro?
wait,
I
four
need a
bench
bench
slots.
slot. Yeah, let me
Maybe,
get a
like,
bench
so
slot.
I would've
it's-
been
it's-
got rid of
it's-
Cousins
It's tough.
if I could get a
Tough.
bench under the bench.
It's real deal. It's real deal fantasy. But I want to petition for some rule changes.
Your next season.
I don't like some of the rules.
Gotta
I
talk
like
to
some-
commissioner.
because compared to regular leagues is 2 minutes to draft, and we have a few more spots on the bench, and a few more spots in the playoffs. But that's how we doing it with everybody. Our never satisfied family in LA.
Shout
I've
out
said
to
this
y'all.
before. It's all love. You know that. All love to Dave on everybody.
Yes, sir.
But damn it. Yeah, we on the hunt. We're on the hunt.
That 30 seconds was quick. I do want
30 seconds after that, and we doing the show, bro. So I'm
Yeah.
over here.
30
make sure everything
seconds is
cool,
brutal.
man. And we live doing my damn
30
stuff.
seconds is brutal. I
I had
ain't
to
gonna lie.
do
Brutal,
from
bro.
my
I can't
phone,
even
so I
look at
didn't miss.
everything. I look at of course, who's available, and and your site. We all got favorite sites, and they rank players on who's available. You're doing your homework live. So yeah, shout out to the squad. We're bringing fantasy football news all year long.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to D Hop, man. You saved my season, bro.
Damn. So we're closing fantasy football.
Yeah.
We're closing out.
We closing out.
Final thoughts, partners, and ending. Give me a second. I'm getting a little political here.
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Today is Election Day, November 8th. Please go vote. Like I said, Election Day. I feel it's a big deal. Especially pay attention to your local who's voting, who's running locally. You know, teachers want you to vote for this man right here. Teachers are undervalued, underpaid. So go. You know, preferably vote for Mr. Beto. He's on the left side. He's on the blue side. And on the right side currently is Mr. Professor X, Mr. Abbott. He's in a wheelchair for real. He's a super villain for real. So he deals with the border. God bless him. You know, he deals with a lot. God bless him. But he gives people the border. He sends them to Washington D.C. Puts them on a bus. He don't care. And he the women's rights. That's, you know, marijuana. And women's rights, women's rights, men, older men, senior citizen men shouldn't be tell women how to take care of their bodies, what's available to them. There's companies in Texas that send their employees to other states so they can, get contraceptive, whatever their case may be. And in Texas, it is illegal to issue an abortion. That's, let's go 50 years forward, not 50 years back. Okay? So that's what this election is. It's not so much red and blue, but in Texas, it is. Let's turn Texas blue.
That's a tough ask, but
let's turn Texas blue. It's somebody, somebody got to fight the machine, fight the power, and somebody's got to protect our women. And protect our women. So that's why I'm taking the stand that I am. I voted. I got my shirt right here. I voted early, but today is the final. It is election day. Today's the vote. Please vote. Please protect our women, and please legalize marijuana in the state of Texas.
Yes, sir.
So vote blue. Vote Beto for governor of Texas.
And also, who are our partners?
Shout out to our partners, our sponsorships. Let's start out with the CEO of Never Satisfied. He is the owner and CEO of the studio, the label, everything that is Never Satisfied. Him, along with Mr. Ian Brown, started Never Satisfied. Yes, shout out to the ones that built it for us.
Big shout out.
We'll always show gratitude, love, and respect to the ones that built the platform that has allowed us to do what we're doing today, right now. So, and shout out to the studio, of course. Shout out to, you want some music done, holler at us. You want your own podcast, holler at us. Shout out to, shout out to Callio's Tacos. Shout out to Callio's Tacos.
Calais, what up, bro?
Of course, I didn't want to forget. Shout out to Callio's Tacos, best tacos in Dallas, Texas. He got a Mike B and Chase slanging tacos with him. Shout out to all the fellas at Callio's Tacos. I'm gonna get me a shirt, wear me a shirt soon on the show. Shout out to Bistro 808 International Cuisine. We always doing events there. Do that. We're doing all that over there, of course. Shout out again. I said shout out to studios. Already shout out to studio. Shout out to the podcast room. Shout out to Normal Guys Talk Sports, episode 19. That's us. Shout out to all the other shows on the network on Never Satisfied. Take that away, Matt. You're better at naming all the shows than me.
Okay, so shout out. So
I don't know, right?
If y'all still watching, we need y'all to
you better be watching. What the hell?
Like, subscribe to the channel. We got a bunch of shows on the channel. We have the Smoke Detector with 2-3. We have
shout out 2-3.
Time Out Podcast with Lil Mike, which actually I'll be on tomorrow.
Oh, hey, shout out to Matt.
I'll be on there talking
crossover episode.
I'll be talking about dating and relationships.
Hey, get a little more personal over here. Get a little personal. Talk about relationships.
We also have Ish IDK with Lance Moore and the gang. And we also have on Thursdays, we got DJ Kev's live.
DJ Kev, shout out to DJ Kev.
Show.
Down
So we got some more shows coming soon, but you need to subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep bringing that heat.
Shout out special guest Ghost Town. Ghost.
So Ghost, you know what I'm saying?
let's go
You know what I'm saying? Let the people know what they need to know about Ghost.
What do, how they get to you.
How can we find Ghost? You know, what we need to know about Ghost.
Oh, man, all social media is at Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
GH9STTOWN. Shit. Look out for R&B Sundays live here. This is the first
that's what we doing.
R&B Sundays.
R&B Sundays?
We got new
Hold up, that's curious to me. Hold up, what's R&B Sundays?
Holy Ghost Sundays live 30-minute mix. You know, here to put you on some new songs, some of my artist songs. You know, some Never Satisfied artist songs. You know, breaking music on Sundays.
Shout out Never Satisfied artists.
So we doing shout out radio. You know, you already know how that story
Big
go.
homie.
Nothing but love, bro. Love you, bro. Shout out to Matt. Ed, I appreciate y'all for having me.
No doubt, bro.
Love what y'all doing. This is fun. You know, you're my brothers.
Likewise.
So y'all make this feel like home. I'm home.
No,
so.
Ghost is. I don't. Again, respectfully, I don't always use the word brother. I don't always use the word friend. But Ghost is my brother. Ghost is my friend.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.
Love you, sir.
Love
for
you
sure.
too. And I think that's it for today, bro.
Oh, we definitely got shout out Nate Passion. You know,
we
can't get together.
Got that action, baby.
Of course,
Nate Passion. Shout out Nate Passion.
Cloth
Talk.
Talk.
Shout out Nate Passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cloth Talk. All right, man. Yeah, Cloth Talk.
But I think that's it.
All
All right,
right.
see y'all next week.
Next
on
week.
Tuesday.
Y'all had a great, that was a great show, yeah.
It's all we always getting better over here.
For sure.
Appreciate it.